Who am I? I'm Papatuanuku. Everything, everywhere. Old brown river, moody bastard, stubbornly seated. Here, there, earth, blood, in, out, ancient. Who am I? I'm the kid kicking rocks down barefoot footpaths from Pangaru to Pōneke, following the fire whina when the treaty marched from the past into the present and on to the future. Who am I? I'm the woman who said kia ora that memorable year. I'm the woman who bashed the engineers. I'm the woman who wore the weight of too many. The woman who built their place to stand. I'm too many bloodied women waiting at home with babies for one-time fathers long since disappeared. Who am I? I'm Kawati with a gun seeking hutu. I'm Heke's angry axe splintered. Te Kuti's smoking Bible burned. Te Whiti's picket fence whitewashed. Who am I? I'm Rewi to the last fucking man. I'm Aoraki, Taranaki, Tongariro, Rua Pahuru, Naroa Hoi, Tamaki Makoto, Ihu Mātao, Te Ao Marama. Who am I? I am the sneeze of life. Te hei mauri ora.
G'day Scaredy's. Hope you've all been well. I know it's been quite a while since we have updated the page, done any interviews, etc, etc, and that is because, as you probably guessed by the title of this video, my mentor and business partner, the man I started Scaredy Cats Creative with, he passed away earlier this year on the 4th of January 2020. This is a booklet from his service. As you can see, that's a picture of him at Going West, I believe. Not from the most recent Going West, but one from a couple years ago. So I know I probably should have made this video sooner than what I have. It's just taken me some time to accept Marcus's passing. Well, truth is, I still haven't fully accepted it. Even right now, as I speak, I haven't been able to accept that I'm not going to be able to hang out with my friend anymore. I'm not going to be able to, sit there and talk out plans and ideas and have a beer and a laugh and all that stuff with him ever again. I still haven't been able to accept all that, and I'm trying to. And I'm thinking that maybe this video will be a way to, help me finally accept it. So, I'm going to read you a poem from the service booklet that Marcus actually wrote. It's called Otara Beach. Wave wet washes face of Otara Park, erases trace of words from those that look. Wait for weather to turn. Goosebump puddles gather, drip drop trouble if you let them. Tractor cuts a swathe across creek. Little Totara, Otara, though tiny, stands straight, lives by a beach, wooden seat, well placed to watch. Poor Ranganui, so Ra's not out today. Why don't you go and play with Tofiri Matia? Just stop crying. Burdened sky blows, south seeking others, swish of ties, hiss at his tail, blurred words on a wet page. So that was written by Marcus. I was originally going to read out a letter that I wrote for Marcus on the day I found out about his liver cancer, which was in November. He was diagnosed. I was going to read out this letter that I wrote for him the day I found out, but I decided that that was personal. That was a letter from me to him. It's not really for anybody else's ears. And you know, whether he even got a chance to read it or not, which I don't think he did, I know that he knew everything. It was stuff that we had talked about, plans that we had made. See, I was going to read that out, but it's just I can't read it out. It's from me to him. I don't want anyone else to hear it. I don't need anyone else to hear it. But yeah, it's been real tough. I know a lot of you scaredies never actually got to know Marcus. He wasn't on camera as much as I was. Although you would have heard his voice, you never really got much of a face to the voice, you know. And that's because he didn't want to be on camera. That just wasn't his thing. He basically wanted me to be the star, God knows why. But yeah, I want to tell you a bit about the type of person Marcus was. He was passionate, he was driven, he was motivated, he persevered constantly, he had this insatiable thirst for knowledge, which was so admirable, and he was just packed with so much wisdom. He was that type of person that when he started talking, no matter who you were, no matter what beliefs you had, etc., you would listen, you would stop, and you would listen. You would listen to every single word. Because with each of Marcus's words, there were layers. It's really difficult to explain. Those of you who know him would understand. There was always a lot more to what Marcus was saying than what met the eye, or what met the ear. It was always layers, always. It's funny because even at the age he was, 64. He always had the most pep in his step out of everybody in a room. It was crazy. Like, so I met Marcus in my first year at university, and all throughout my time at university, he was probably the one who had the most energy out of all of us. And the majority of us were all youngins. Young blood, but he had always managed to be that one person who stood out, and not because of his age, but just because of how he was as a person, because of his personality and his attitude and his outlook. He was a real great man, really, really great man. And I know I only knew him for 4 years, but those 4 years I'm not gonna forget. I'll never forget. He taught me so much, Not even through the typical standard of teaching things. I learned from him through my own observations, and that's exactly what he wanted. He didn't want to have to tell me how to do stuff. He wanted me to watch him and sort of figure it out for myself. And I think I've done a pretty good job at that so far. It's just, when you're young, you're scared of death. You're scared of what could happen to those you love. Your family, your parents, your grandparents. But you can prepare yourself for it, as horrible as it is. You can prepare yourself for it. You know that someday it's gonna come. But when it comes to a friend, you don't expect it. Even if they were getting up there in the years, you still don't expect it. Especially when it's somebody who was so lively, like Marcus. It was a real shock. Now, he was having these pains way back a while ago, back even before we went and covered going west. He was having these pains in his side, and we talked about it, and then we kind of thought that it could have just been a hernia or something. But then the pain, it got a lot worse. It got to the point where he knew that he had to get this checked out. And well, when I heard that it was liver cancer, I couldn't believe it. It was so shocking. Because we only started Scaredy Cats a year ago. Not even a year ago. I think it was March. That's when we came out with our first post, and we were going so well. Scaredy Cats had so much potential. It really could have been something. And I guess someday it still could, but it's just, it'll never be the same without Marcus around. I mean, I can't write the MJC. I can't organise all of the stuff he would organise. I just don't think I'm ready for that. Not yet. I don't want to put scaredy cats to bed. And I probably won't forever. But for now, I just don't think I have much of a choice. I don't have the ability to do this on my own. Well, I wouldn't be on my own, but I don't have the ability to do it without Marcus. It doesn't feel right, not right now. So, as much as it pains me to say, I think for now, Scaredy Cat's creative is going to have to be inactive. The website will still be there, and everything we've done will still be there. But there won't be any new uploads, any new content for the foreseeable future. I've come to this conclusion that I need to go elsewhere, and I need to progress my career elsewhere. And then one day, when I have the right footing, the right the right credibility to my name, then I think that's when I can come back and I can pick up where we left off, for the most part anyway. Maybe by then I'll have the right resources to make Scaredy Cats even bigger than what it has been. One thing Marcus and I talked about in leading up to those final days was turning Scaredy Cat's creative into more of a social media-esque platform for creative artists, where they can interact and link up, connect. And that's something that I definitely want to do at some point, without a doubt. That's just, I can't right now. I just can't bring myself to. I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all. Even sitting here making this video right now, it just feels really, really surreal. I've barely had enough time to mourn. It's been... Well, today, as I'm filming this, it's the 16th of January, so it's been 2 weeks almost. And in this entire time, I haven't had much time to mourn. I've been trying to bury it deep down. But that just makes it harder. I've got to stop doing that. I need to try to accept it for what it is and just keep going. Just try to fly. Further myself, my career, further who I am as a person. Sort my shit out, excuse my French. Marcus saw a lot of potential in me. pretty much right from the word go. Potential that I still don't think I've exactly seen in myself yet. He's known a lot of people, Marcus. He's known a lot of big wig people. To name a few, a couple, sorry. Tim Shadbolt. Good friends with Tim Shadbolt. Timmy Morrison, who you guys should know as Jake the Muss, is the first name that pops to my head. He's also in Star Wars, Aquaman, a couple others. Real big Kiwi star. So yeah, Marcus knew a lot of top players. You know, he met a lot of top players, hung out with a lot of top players, and for some reason, whatever reason that was, to start Scaredy Cats, he chose me to work with him. Out of everyone he could have asked, everyone he could have talked to about it, everyone he could have gone to and pitched this idea to, he pitched it to me. He chose me, and that's something I won't forget. One night he said to me that he has never backed a loser. And I refused to be the one loser he did back. If you know what I'm trying to say. I refused to let him down. I refused to let myself down. Although I don't know what I'm doing right now, and I'm kind of just stuck, just existing. Barely existing. I'm not gonna let that define me. I'm not gonna let that define who I will be. I'm gonna make Marcus proud. I'm gonna make myself proud, and I'm gonna make everybody proud of me. I don't know how yet. I don't know when. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So yeah, that's that, I suppose. I've already been doing this for 20 minutes now, so I should probably leave it here. So after this, after I finish speaking, we're gonna cut to another poem by Marcus, and then we're gonna cut, I think, to a video of Bex, the girl on the road. She's gonna say a few words too, and then to close things off, we'll have one more video for Marcus. But before I go, I just want to say goodbye, my friend. I really, really miss you. And I promise to you, Marcus, that this isn't the end of my legacy. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna live out that potential you saw in me. promise. I promise.
Rise up, old man. It's a new day. Not what you thought, nor for the battles you fought. You, who fibbed your age, so uniform proud, for pride, for freedom, for country, for us. You, your brothers and all the others, across the seas in Gallipoli, Tripoli, turned to face, you faced your fear, smothered in mud, bombs, bullets, blood. Rise up, old man, it's a new day. Not what you dreamed in knife-edged khaki seams. Your soul, sweat and toil, withered, crinkled, buried in 6 feet of cold, desperate soil. This is the only land you and your brothers and all the others hold in wrinkled, rusted hands. Your names scribed in stone, in squares and towns, in tombs unknown where crimson petals grow. Rise up, old man, it's a new day, but not what you hoped for, fought for us. Not what was told when you were young, for pride, for freedom, for country. No, it's all been sold. Now there are no brothers, no others, no us. Just me and my greed, me. You fought so I could win. Herald this new season. There's no reason now for winter, spring or fall. I am eternal, evergreen. Rise up, old man, I have no need for you or your brothers, and certainly no others. You fought with lead and luck, while I lead me, the almighty buck. I command with a full wallet. Hail the godless dollar, hopeful pocket, empty heart now broken. Bow to the rule of my bank vault throne. Pride leaves me hungry, freedom leaves me cold. I have no need of country, yet all know my name. So rise up, old man, salute this day. Your battle has been fought. Now you're just in the way.
Kia ora, my name's Bex. I was doing the Girl on the Road blog for Scaredy Creative. This is a tribute for my friend Marcus, who died pretty suddenly, and it's a bit of a loss. It's a lot of a loss. This world showing gonna be the same without him. Marcus for me was a visionary. He always had an idea, and he always wanted to fucking talk about it. And it's not often in life that you can always find someone who you can talk to things that matter to you and that vibe with them. And it was always deep with Marcus. It was never surface level. It was never fucking how's the weather. It was always like, fucking addiction or the prison system, or fucking, for the people. And I don't know, he was full of knowledge. Like, just, he knew a lot of of things, about a lot of things. He was just a wealth of knowledge, you know, and it's a great loss to the world, actually. To lose someone so full of life and so full of love and so willing to give it, you know, everywhere, was always met with kindness by Marcus, and encouragement, and I don't know. I think in death sometimes it's you always want to say the right words, but they're really hard to find, and I guess for me, I just wanted to say that you know, the world is gonna be a different place without you. Um, you know, over the last year, I've been calling Marcus, you know, once a month, and sometimes we'll be on the phone for 2-3 hours talking, picking apart ideas. You know, he's filling me in on what he's writing, and what he's reading, and what am I writing, and what am I reading, and what's my new idea for the fucking blog, and you know, before I sort of found out, I was still am actually, had writer's block, and he's just sending me messages like, you know, fucking sending me love, and anything I want to write's important, and just such a encouragement towards the finding of voice, you know, which is a powerful thing, and I don't think he ever really understood just how much he levitated people, you know, like lifted them up and gave them strength, gave them hope. It's gonna be really strange not to be able to call, you know, his number, and not have that warmth of oh, kia ora Bex, like, how's your day, you know. In life, you know, we build relationships and connections, and things like that, and I'm real sad that this one is gone. He was he was an amazing man, actually, and I didn't even have the words to lift him up, or give him enough praise in this moment. I just know that in death, people stay alive in our memories, and it's how we remember them. And for me, I will always remember Marcus smiling, because there wasn't one time I seen him without one, you know. And so that's a picture I'll keep for him, and I also know, and for me, I believe that you can stay connected to the other side, and you can still talk to the dead. Let's not even call it that. Talk to the ones that have passed, you know, like, that have moved through. I think now he just holds even more knowledge, because he knows what's on the other side, and I'll keep passing ideas through the wind, and hope that he hears them, and I think that's all you can do, really. A lot of love, a lot of respect, and aroha nui to his family, and peace.
Words. What's in a word? Words describe us. Words say, this is me, this is who I am, this is where I come from. Words belong to us, are us. Nouns, verbs, adjectives. Yep, adjectives. Adjectives describe the people we know. Dorks, dicks, dickheads, heads, spoons, wankers. Adjectives tell us how to relate to them. How does this work over here, you ask? Let's unpack your dog. What do we mean when we call someone a dog? Your dog. That's when your mate makes a mistake. Your dog. Yep, idiot face fucked up as expected. How can you tell the difference? Listen up. Hey dog, yes Dick, that's your mate. Hey dog, yes boss, that's agreement. Now let's take a look at your dick. Dicks can be friendly or foolish dogs. It depends. Your dick. That's when your mate does something silly but cool. Your dick. Unmate your mate. While on your other hand, you have your dickhead. You know you've met a dickhead when you say to yourself, fuck, I knew he was a dog. But you've also succumbed to being a dickhead too, because you knew he was a dog, yet you still went there. Let's crack your egg. Your egg's a fucked up dickhead. But your egg loves spoons, and of course your spoon is quite special. Your spoon is a perfect blend of your dog and your egg. A dig. Finally, you have your wanker. Your wanker. What's that, mate? Your wanker. Who the fuck you calling wanker, Quasimodo? Nah, just pulling your dig. Proverbially, your wanker is someone who makes love to themselves. But when you call someone a wanker, I'm sure you're not saying, hey mate, you screw yourself, eh? No way. When you call someone a wanker, you're tossing it, spraying it everywhere. It's all going on when you're having a wanker. Your wanker is a fool, furiously frigging right in front of you. That's your wanker, right there, mate. So, if you don't want to be an adjective, then fuck up the name shame game. Simply call yourself Spearhead Danker. That way people will have to call you by your name.